Hey, are you fluent in Spanish, Spanglish, or sarcasm?
Don't worry, we are.
Join us at Attempting to Be Almost Mature on
The AM Chat with Abby and Mel.
So let's have fun, let's talk, let's get this going. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, guys, welcome back. Hi.
Hi.
As you can see, we're preparing for El Triqui
For
Triqui.
Tricky season.
You know, so we decided to dress up, and we're going to try to do it every episode for October. But welcome to the Almost Mature podcast. I am one of your hosts, Mel.
And I'm your other host, Abby. Meow.
Meow.
I hope y'all can tell that's where we are. Unless you want
I'm a cat.
I'm a cat, duh. Unless you want to call me a puma, that's fine too. I'm plump.
I have my little tail hanging off. And
I
your
got
tail,
a big ass tail.
you got a big fat one.
So you see, I can be a puma.
I got a skinny long one.
Oh, we don't like
Those are the
skinny
worst.
ones.
No.
Those are the fucking worst.
What are we talking about?
Tails.
Talking about girth over here or what?
She's got a good girth on hers.
I do.
She's got a good
That
girth.
thing fat.
But the length
like
is
it.
way too much. I couldn't.
No, I couldn't
You'd
handle
kill
that.
me.
I don't. That's like a baby.
Why is your tail 16 pounds? 16 pounds 4 ounces.
I'm like that meme or that picture that went viral of that black guy with that big ass dick. That's me, but it's a tail.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, welcome back. I think we're excited to have you back, and we have a guest with us today. So we are sitting in with a guest named Michelle. And welcome to the show, Michelle.
Thank you.
Hi,
Thank
Michelle.
you. Thank you for
Welcome.
having me.
She is a woman of many talents. So she is a mother. She's a wife. She also bakes, and she's a boxer. Is there anything else that I'm missing off of there? Are you a coach too?
Yeah, I'm a coach. I don't actually box. I just did that one
fight?
for fun.
Okay. Well, I mean, it looked pretty professional to me.
Yeah.
So I think that counts as being a boxer. So, but
Yeah.
welcome. We're excited to talk to you, and we talk a lot of shit here. So feel free.
Awesome. Well, thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you for having me.
Feel free.
We'll get into like the questionnaire a little later on, but feel free to jump in whenever you feel.
For sure. So how are y'all doing today?
Pretty good. I was just busy with cakes pretty much all day, and then I had to go pick up the kids, so I was running a little late.
Yeah.
Story of our life. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm late at everything.
Same.
We are too.
We are too.
Actually, this might be the first time we were on time.
Kinda.
I actually kind of figured that whenever I parked, and then I seen you coming, I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
They're not set up already and waiting for me.
Yeah. Just a couple minutes. But how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Anything
it's
cool?
hot. No, nothing cool. Wait, is there something cool? Yeah, there is something cool. We got to recap on your birthday weekend.
Oh yeah, we can recap.
But how are you first?
You know what? It was a little there was a little chill in the air this morning when I dropped off the kids.
Really?
A little one. So what I did was I put sweatpants on, and then it was fucking hot the whole day.
Jesus.
God damn it.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. I lost my voice also. I don't know where I got sick, but I got sick somewhere. So
I know, that's weird. And we even talked about this on our last episode, how you go to the doctor right away because you stay sick. Mm-hmm. And here you are,
here we are.
recovering.
Yes. So we had a little girls trip to Austin.
We did for Mel's 40th birthday.
Oh my God! Don't do the
Baby.
number.
Yeah, no mames.
Yeah.
You put it on Instagram, so
Edit.
Cut that part out.
cut that
Was
part
she's
out.
being serious though, because you don't look 40 at all.
Yeah.
I just turned
Well,
40.
that's actually really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, we went to Austin. We had a great time. See, I like to get Abby into things that she doesn't want to do. So I did that again. The first trip was skiing. I made her go skiing, and she fucking hated it.
I fucking hate it.
She
I don't
wanted to
like the
stab
cold.
me.
Yeah, I don't like the
Oh,
cold.
well, we
in general.
loved it.
No.
Like, the snow was beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear it's not like our kind of cold.
No, because we got hot. Like, I was wearing, like, 14 layers, and I was like, shit. It's
I started sweating, and I started taking off my layers, and you could see the steam coming off of me
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
because I sweat a lot. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I had an accident, so I couldn't even ski anymore. But she was so mad at me, she wanted to stab me.
I did not. I wanted to stab the instructor.
It was
With the
stupid.
freaking, what are those things called? Just a pole, I guess.
It's a pole.
I wanted to hit him with it.
You're like,
He was
shut
dumb.
up.
He was not a good instructor at all.
I wish I remembered his name.
Thank you.
Me too. He looked like a
remember his name.
Robert or something.
I don't remember his name.
He was
And
ridiculous.
so anyway, this trip I made her go kayaking.
It wasn't as bad. I was just terrified because it's dark and I felt like we were just stuck.
Oh, see, in the
It was
dark, I
fun.
don't think I could do the dark.
It was glow in the dark
Oh, well, that's cool.
kayaks. Like they were clear and you could see through and see the water.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it depends where we're at because
I mean, the water. Well, we wore life vests because we can't swim.
neither can I.
But another Mexican.
Another
You're
Mexican.
Mexican, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there
my,
we go.
My mom's white and Irish, and my dad's Hispanic.
Okay. Well,
There you go.
there you go. We can't swim.
Dad ain't gonna take you out of the lake.
Well, I mean, he did, but
Oh,
we didn't
okay.
go very far.
To the knees only.
Yeah.
No, but it was cool. I thought the kayaking was one of my favorite parts. I loved it.
It was different. I mean, maybe I'll do it again. It's just,
I like white people should.
I mean,
Well-
you said it. No, I'm kidding. No, but I'm glad we did it at night because could you imagine if it was during the day, like in the 90-degree
hot.
weather? It was a whole upper body workout.
Oh, yeah,
I was-
definitely.
and it's funny because the only fucking wild person, of course, Kimberly. She fucking give me my phone because they make you, or they don't make
They don't
you,
make
but
you.
they suggest that you put your valuables like in a waterproof baggie. So we all did. So that's why there wasn't video or many pictures of us out there because it's
You
like
couldn't even see anyway. We tried to
no.
take pictures.
and
it was
every time
shit.
you like, what is it like?
row.
You get wet, and they
Well-
even make you take your shoes off and your socks. And this bitch is like, "Give me my phone, give me my phone." It's like, good luck. I'm not taking mine out.
waterproof
Yeah,
case.
there was like a wild bird out there, and she's like, "It's a turkey."
And then she started yelling at me, "Abby, you're pushing me to the turkey." I was like, "Bitch, it's like," because like we're all new, and there was other girls there, and the lead or the guide instructor, and we were going back, and we were going against the current.
Oh, yeah.
That's when we started getting.
That's when we started getting stuck, and she's like, "You're pushing me. There's a fucking turkey. If that shit
yeah.
attacks me, I'm gonna be mad at you." I was like, "It's not even me."
That would have been too much shit going on. I would have been like,
Yeah.
It
shut
was
the fuck up.
it was a lot.
I just want to have memories and experiences, and so although this isn't a very Hispanic thing to do, I pushed it and
Yeah.
I said, "This is my non-negotiable that I want to do."
So
So
that's good. At least you got to do
So,
that.
and then we decided Austin too because last year we were discussing Miami, but then life happens, so that we didn't do that. But I'm glad we didn't because of the hurricane.
yeah, right.
So
We would've gone
it worked
nowhere.
out. It worked
Been
out.
stuck.
I mean, we were just busy. Like as soon as we got there, it was like we were just running. Go.
But it's because Kim. Kim, I
Let's
love
just
you,
blame-
but
Kim, this is all you.
Kim is always like, "What are we doing next? What are we doing next? What are we doing next?"
We're so
And I'm like,
tired. I'm like,
I just want to sit down.
I just want to take a nap.
She's very active, and she always wants to go. So
She never gets tired. It's crazy.
it's crazy.
She probably just doesn't want to waste the time.
Yeah, that's what she.
Yeah.
She'll just be upset if we just sat there.
Oh, did she travel a lot?
Yeah,
She travels a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, normally people that travel a lot, they're used to it, so they want to rest or they're okay with resting. But she has ADHD, like
She
me.
does.
yeah,
That'd
She
probably
does.
be-
yeah.
But it
So,
was a good
we had
time.
fun.
It was something new, something different. So I didn't hate the kayaking 100%. It was just because it was dark and I was all wet and I was getting stuck. And then I was like, what if there's a snake? And
And then that video popped up.
that video popped up today that some guy in San Marcos finds a snake. And I thought it was poisonous. And I was like, what if that would have happened to us?
Oh, yeah.
We're
no.
fine.
So we're alive. We're here.
We're alive.
And then let's talk about that sketchy place too.
Oh my God. Okay, my fault. I take accountability for this shit. I take full accountability for this shit. I'm just scrolling Instagram trying to find somewhere in Austin.
Yeah, with
But I redeemed myself because I found a better place.
yeah, and it's fine because we don't know anything.
We don't know anything, but I fucking look. I found the most ghettoest, fucking stupid place ever.
Smelled like piss.
I could not. It was disgusting. Kim was trying to get us she's like, let's do a table. It's $300. I'm like, bitch, no. I don't even want to stay here.
It looked like they literally grabbed some 4x4s and just nailed them together, and that was the VIP section. And they're like, there's no tables or chairs anywhere else. You
So
have to stand.
You can't
that
sit.
amount to stand?
You have to stand unless you pay $300 and up for a bottle. Then you can go behind that little corral.
I was like,
and
we ain't
hang
even
out on a
staying here.
chair or something.
No, I was like,
It
no.
was terrible. And there was a lot of kids, and it was just weird.
And I don't have a problem with hood places. Like, I do not.
yeah, but
I
this
just wanna-
place was bad.
I just want to be clear.
You have
I don't.
boundaries, though.
I don't. But like, this was fucking ghetto as fuck. Like, shit.
Yeah.
There was like in the VIP, there was like 4 dudes dancing, but there was no girls in
No,
there. It was
it
just
was
4
just
guys
them.
dancing. Oh, that looks weird.
and then
It
there
was a sausage fest.
it was. And then there was a little gentleman with like
he was going hard.
he was little.
He was small and he wanted Kim's attention.
He was wearing like little cargo pants or cargo shorts. Like
No, he
just,
was wearing those jean pant shorts. You know what I'm talking about? They're-
oh the
jorts.
jorts.
Yeah, they were jorts, but they were probably pants on.
Yeah. Well, I think the cargo short guy was the one over here, like on the with the girl and guy crowd, and he was going crazy too.
and the girl with the black dress.
With the black dress.
Yeah, he told me, look at that girl, look at that girl. And I turned around.
Ay, Dios mío.
Dios mío de mi vida.
It was crazy in
It
there.
was stupid.
It was ridiculous.
So this girl has like a tight ass dress on, like skin tight, second skin dress, totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
But like, she had like butt pads that were very noticeable.
yeah, they were
Very
very
noticeable.
noticeable.
Like- Why is your butt so lumpy?
why is it lumpy? and
Hey,
fluffy?
lumpy butt.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. So you could see
You could see the
pads.
outlines of the pads.
It was the calzones from the fucking pulga.
100%. 100% she got that at the pulga.
And her man was all like,
He loved it.
He was going like this. It was like, squeeze it. We want to see like the indentation.
Show us your nalgas. I wanted to see.
But yeah, you could tell it was like a padded like underwear
It was
thing.
super obvious.
It was
I see
very
too many
obvious.
videos of those, and then like they come out of the
I wish.
they come out of the little underwear, and they're just flapping there.
I wish. That would have been
Aw,
fun.
that would have been fun. Damn it. But yeah, after what we just had one drink
I
there.
had a drink and I was like, finish your drink. Let's fucking
go.
wrap it
go.
up, guys.
Yeah, so then we went to another place. They had a live band, and they
It's Gloria's. Gloria's used to do that in Fort Worth. It's the same.
Oh yeah, it was Glorious. You're
Yeah.
right. There was, of course, all the good Latino music. So we
There was a
danced.
band.
There was a band. Oh, and then that couple, they tried to pick up Kim.
Yeah, there was a couple. Kim has all the luck.
Yeah.
We just never even get looked at. We don't
I
get
know.
no drinks nobody buys us drinks. Nobody.
No,
Nobody
it was
cares.
an older guy. He was probably like in his 60s, right?
Yeah.
And the lady maybe 50s. You
Yeah.
know, they were older, and the guy just started rubbing on Kim's back.
He kept
while they were
coming
at
and
the
rubbing her
bar.
back.
Yeah, and he's introduces himself. The lady does too, and they're just striking up a conversation. Well, Kim's very friendly. It was just ongoing back and forth, and they were so busy. So the bartender, we're waiting there for a bartender like to come help us. And what did he say? Oh, I'm gonna buy y'all a drink, right?
Yeah.
And then so we order.
She said it was my birthday, so we're.
Yeah. So we place our order, whatever. They walk back and they start dancing, that couple. Well, the bartender hands us our drinks and we're trying to walk off, and he's like, hey, y'all need to pay. And she's like, well, he said he was going to pay. And he's like, no, he paid for your drink.
So he paid just for the one.
Yeah, the one girl he was trying to take home.
What a dick.
We,
We're like,
I was scared she was gonna get kidnapped, so we moved locations.
yeah, they were just
Yeah.
like very friendly and touchy with her. I was like, this is weird.
See, I'm one of those people. Like I have, I talk a lot to a lot of people, and so I attract weird people, and they'll talk to me, and
Yeah.
and I can talk about anything with anybody. But once people start touching me, that's a
Yeah.
whole nother story. I'm like,
That was
I'm like,
weird.
okay, bye.
Stop.
Don't
I
fucking touch
know.
me.
That was so fucking awkward.
I bet. Yeah.
I mean, but we had a good time.
But overall, it was a good time.
We had a good time. So
The whole time T-Pain was in this dude's head. I'm gonna buy you a drink, girl, and I'm gonna take you home with me.
basically,
Yeah, they wanted to share her.
if
for
you
sure.
if
Oh,
you
see,
haven't,
I don't take drinks for that reason because I always feel like it's for something.
they want something in return. you
Yeah,
mean?
even if it's for women, I've had that before too,
Yeah.
where they're like, "Oh, come meet my husband," or I'm like, "No, thanks,
they
appreciate
want
it."
to take you home.
Yeah, and then most of the time I don't really drink anyway, so it's
Yeah.
like not a.
yeah. Now that I'm 40, I don't fucking drink that much anymore.
Yeah, we didn't get
I
drunk.
wanted to get shit faced, and I didn't.
We did not.
once.
See, for my 30th, I'm 31 now. For my 30th, I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get drunk," and I don't drink. I really don't. So I'm like, you know what? I'll take it really slow, and then I'll just get like shit faced, and I'm gonna get drunk. I don't usually get drunk because I don't like the feeling.
Yeah.
Mine's
Yeah.
like the next day, mine's turn into like a stomach virus. It feels like, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not doing this shit. I can't because I can't. I don't want to be in bed all day just like sick.
Yeah,
And I didn't end up getting drunk. Everybody else got super drunk at my party except for me.
shout out to everybody who got drunk.
I know, right?
For real.
It was bad. I ended up going to sleep early, and that was pretty much it. Everybody else had the time of their lives, and everybody else had a story. My sister's, my brother-in-law. Apparently, he got so shit faced that he had freaking crapped on himself.
All right, shout
Oh,
out,
damn.
shout out for shitting on yourself.
Shout out to Poopy
No one
Pants.
knows him.
Nobody knows him. We're not gonna reveal names,
No names.
I have 7 brothers and sisters,
so we don't know which one
You
it
don't know which
was,
one it
but one of the
was?
7.
But I was like, damn, he had the time of his life, and I fell asleep early. Then when I got up, she was telling me the whole story, my sister, and then I'm like, what is going on?
You're like, wow. That
chick
sounds
got
fun. It's her birthday and she's asleep.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good time, guys.
He had a great time.
I don't think I've ever gotten that drunk at a party,
Me either.
like to where I want to vomit or shit.
See,
the next day.
I've had like to where I vomited. That was like back whenever I had just graduated, and back then maybe, but now I woke up like in the shower with all my clothes on, and I was like throwing up.
Hello, who's here?
It was bad.
Why is it that when everybody gets drunk, they want to take a shower?
Why?
Because the last guest,
Yeah, he said the same thing.
I think what mine is because even whenever I get drunk, I always remember everything. Like I always remember everything. So I remember that time whenever I got drunk. I know I threw up and partial of it got on me, and I'm like, let me go take a shower because this is
With all your
disgusting.
clothes on?
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and clean my clothes too.
Yes, at the same time. And then
two-in-one.
not to mention I got, so I was dancing, so I got hot, and I was
Oh,
like, let me
yeah.
just take a cold shower. So I went and I got in the shower, which was stupid, because then I ended up falling asleep. Dangerous.
I'm drowning there.
Yeah.
I could have drowned it, Gilbert.
Yeah.
I could have drowned it.
If you haven't already noticed, sidekick by Assholes on the mic.
He's over there being an idiot. Look, he's gonna jump back on.
Jesus.
For life.
Cállate.
Cállate. That's enough.
That's enough.
That means do more.
You better stop. Okay.
I will not.
But that was like a little recap about over
just had a good
Mel's,
time.
birthday weekend. We're still gonna celebrate a little more, I think.
Tomorrow,
Tomorrow.
we're having a little karaoke.
So when this airs,
Yeah,
we've
ya pasó.
already ya pasó. Yeah, it done passed. But
Yeah.
So another thing I like to do is a love and hate, just to get it out, let it out, girl. So is there something that you love? It can be anything.
Family.
You love family?
Yeah, let's say
Oh,
family.
that's sweet.
Love
That's
family,
cute.
and then hate. I don't know. Lately, I've been having issues with bullies and my kids, so I'd say bullies.
Oh, I hate those too.
God, bullies. It's just been pissing me off lately.
I want to fight those bullies.
Yes, even if they're 6. Or
Yeah, I'd fucking stomp on a kid.
Like, you
no,
little kid. Like,
Accidentally
fuck
trip
you.
shit, little 6-year-old. Pinche niñito.
You know?
Well, that's a good one.
That's a
yeah,
good
I
one.
fucking hate bullies. They're
Yeah.
stupid.
It's just lately I've been having a lot of issues with that, so it's like that's the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to get into that a
Good
little
one.
bit.
Yeah, we will. What do
Something I love. You know what something I love is? Longhorns.
Those are cute. No, like the animal.
Like the one that you were riding, like you're wild.
Oh, like
I'm
the
not.
actual animal, or
Those are
just
cute.
their horns?
No, we were like in the area where the Longhorns play. And
Or the team.
yeah, in Austin.
Okay.
Yeah, in Austin. They
No, but
had
I love
major is it tailgate?
Yes.
Yeah, tailgate parties.
And we missed it. We didn't wanna do it.
There were streets blocked for this shit.
Oh wow. Yeah, I heard they take it pretty seriously.
It was really.
We had no
serious.
idea, and I was like, "Fuck, man, I want to go."
I want to go. Can somebody invite us?
We didn't know how it worked. I guess you pay to get into a tailgate, and then whatever. But yeah, but there was a man out there with a Longhorn, and I fucking love them. They're so sweet.
They're cute. Yeah.
One time at the Houston rodeo, I saw a miniature Longhorn, and he was so sweet.
Oh, what a little
was a little
guy. He's probably a newborn, and you're like,
No, they had miniature cows and miniature Longhorns. It's like a
Because they're
beef.
little people.
something
you know.
I love. The Golden Girls.
Me too.
I fucking love the Golden Girls.
She might be a little too young. Like
I
Do you
know
know
who they
who they
are,
are?
but I hardly ever watch them.
you should, because it's fucking unhinged.
I think I've seen
It's like Sex in the City back in the day.
They're fucking funny.
It's funny because they're old or older.
Calling each other whores and shit.
It's fucking hilarious.
I've seen short clips.
and they
They
always
are.
have like something witty to say.
Yeah.
especially Dorothy. Like she always gets.
Dorothy's the coldest
tall-
one.
yeah,
she's the
she's
coldest one.
just fucking-
And her mom.
with her
Sophia?
purse.
Yeah.
All the time with her purse.
Yeah.
I just love the Golden Girls. If I ever get a free minute or some time, I like to watch the reruns.
Yeah.
Reruns.
Yeah, I'll
But
put it on.
I feel like
love
that's how
it.
I'm gonna be when I'm older.
It's so cute.
They're
Always talking
hilarious.
shit.
Yes, they're hilarious.
They're hilarious.
But yeah, that's something that I love. And what's something that you hate?
You know what I hate? I fucking hate school fundraisers.
I do too.
They already started those like right away. As soon as school started, my daughter already had one. I'm like, God, I hate this so much. 'cause
I don't do it.
She doesn't. She's not very great with like talking to people, and I try to teach her that. I'm like, you have to go sell it to them, and you have to learn to talk and ask. You know, hey, you guys want to buy something? Stop being shy. I end up having to do it, and I'm stuck with it, and I don't like extra things to do.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it. I'd 100% rather just donate to the school because
Yeah.
the private school that we used to go to, they just asked for donation instead of a fundraiser.
That's
I'll
better.
just rather do that because I'm asking my friends and family to buy a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's
let's-
overpriced.
Let's be real about it
Exactly.
because I have to. Because they want so many points so they can ride the fucking limo or whatever it
Yes,
is.
that's what she
I'm over
wanted.
here buying like $200 worth of bullshit off of the.
Yeah.
It's like a party bus now.
Yeah.
And then they go, I think, and get Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, which
I'm like, I could do that. Let me turn the little lights on in my car.
I know.
I think
I'll get y'all alcohol too, motherfuckers. I don't care.
little baby Jello shots. To be fair, I think I did. When Ugo and Gabby, which are my oldest two, were in Helbing, I think I did. They sold enough to be on that bus thing.
Oh, see, my daughter
But
never does.
The younger ones, no.
Because that was your first go around. You were like, yeah, I'm going to help these kids.
We're gonna sell this shit.
We're going to fucking slang this. And now you're like, oh, that
Fuck
sucks.
this.
Yeah.
I threw them away
And then
immediately.
they get more expensive, and it's just not worth it at all.
Yeah, I threw those books away immediately. I was like, fuck you.
I know. I hate them.
Fuck you. I ain't buying this shit. I'm not selling this shit. I'm not letting my kids sell it.
I don't want to see that.
Now, something worth selling is those fucking chocolates, so we don't do that anymore.
Yeah, the $2 chocolates,
Yeah.
and I used to love
Yeah.
those. We would sell out of those.
Yeah.
And then they'd give you another box after you sold the first
I could do
one.
that.
Yeah.
What, was that for sports or was it for school?
No, it's just for school.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Because I
And
can remember.
that was a good one though, because $2 compared to $20
Yeah.
for the cheapest item.
I haven't seen it at this school district. Whenever my kid was in Joshua, they still did it. But now she's in Burleson, and I
I
haven't
think
seen
Fort Worth still does it. I'm not sure.
I see some.
Because I seen somebody post something with their kid with that box of chocolates, and I was like, "Oh, that motherfucker! Let me get some of that."
Yeah, I'll buy that. Like, I will go out of my way to drive to go pick up some almond chocolate bars. I
Yeah.
like the almond ones.
that are $2.
Yeah. It used to be $1 when we were little.
I know. Inflation, man.
Inflation versus school también.
Chingao.
Oh, that's something else I hate. Inflation.
Inflation.
Yeah, me too. So something that I fucking hate I absolutely hate it. When you take a shower, you're so fresh and so clean, you're brushing your hair, you know, and then you got to take a shit.
No,
That pisses me off. It's like, really, I just washed my ass, and now I got to take a shit.
Now I gotta go take another shower.
I know. And then, like, what if you're getting ready for a date? Because I remember whenever I was going out and I had to take a shit, I guess because I'm nervous, you know? It's like, I'm getting ready to say, oh, damn, I got to shit.
It's
and
a
then
nervous shit.
I got to go back in the shower and wash my culo because you don't know what's going to happen.
Because you don't know who's gonna eat ass on the first date.
No. Got to get that soap.
I'd eat it.
You're fucking sick.
I would. I ain't even going for shit.
You're fucking disgusting.
Shit. What's up? Oh, you eat that motherfucker.
That's enough. That's enough.
Well, he did say he likes the chocolates, the $2 chocolates,
Oh,
and the ones with the peanuts in it.
cerdo.
Good thing I'm not allergic to peanuts.
Shit.
But
I
yeah,
lost train of thought. What?
I fucking
Like,
hate
she
that.
said
Well, you
shit.
gotta go
Shit.
doopy after you shower.
Shit and
You're
shower.
so fresh and so clean. It's like your stomach's
It's a
like,
nervous shit.
hey, gotta go.
But it's better that you do it then than on the date.
You're right.
Because then what if you're like in the middle of dinner, you're like, fuck, my stomach hurts.
Oh, what's that smell? Do you smell that? It smells
oh my
like
God.
shit.
Let's get out of here.
You better have that poopery or what is it?
Yeah.
That's toilet spray.
Yeah.
And some wipes. 'cause-
But I do always carry flushable wipes in my purse because
You never know.
What if you go to a bar and there's no toilet paper? You're just going to smell like pee.
Ew,
That's even
like
worse.
Sick.
It's even fucking worse. Like, he's going to label you the pee-pee lady.
Ooh, girl. What's that? Oh, did you have asparagus?
That's exactly what I mean. Like, you can't do that.
My dad always jokes, and he says since he was little, he's always worn the long socks, and he's like, just in case there's no toilet paper somewhere.
Just in case.
like your socks.
Just, hey.
He's like, this is the top part. Just the top part.
It makes sense.
I mean, does make sense. So, anyway, yeah, that's a good one. That is a
Yeah,
good one.
I thought so.
But I'm glad that you shit before the date, not during.
Yeah. I ain't
In
trying
the
to
middle
shit.
of a cheesecake factory, like, oh fuck!
I gotta go home. My daughter's sick. She called me.
I gotta go feed my cat.
You ain't even got a cat.
My goldfish is drowning.
Stupid.
I can't do it. Oh my gosh!
So with Triki
Triki.
Triki, yeah, upon us or getting close, do you have any scary stories or any crime, spooky stories?
I don't have any scary stories, but you said you do, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
I'm
do.
gonna let you share a scary story.
Okay.
If you
Do
think of
have-
any scary stories, paranormal or anything crazy that might have happened,
No.
you can, no.
Like, it doesn't have to be paranormal. It can be like a crackhead try to rob you. I mean, that'd be fucking scary.
When Jesse's dad scared him,
Oh, yeah.
And I farted.
he fucking farted.
Tyrant.
He almost
Just fought.
scared the shit out of me, Dad.
She's like,
Pedorro.
fuck, what is that? It's just my dad.
I didn't know whether to run at him or I just froze. I was
So you
like,
just farted.
What the fuck?
So when someone breaks in, you're just gonna fucking fart.
Oh no, I got guns now. Shit.
Just shit on yourself. That scared them away.
Throws a
I could
turd
do
at
both.
him.
I could do both. Man, fuck you. Pop.
He starts laughing. And the guy starts laughing at him.
What the fuck?
Fucking nasty.
Sick. I'm leaving.
I don't even want anything from this
You
house
just hear
anymore.
him say, ew, nasty.
You're fucking nasty. Here's your fucking TV back.
I don't want pink eye. Cochino.
Your TV smells like shit.
Sick.
Or just rub the shit on it.
I know.
You're not taking that. You're not taking my shit, dude.
Oh God.
So, I mean, yeah, I have a scary one. I even called my dad last night. My dad has scary stories. And I was like, Dad, tell me about one of your scary, because I've heard this growing up, but I just wanted like a refresher on how it happened. So he's from San Luis. Shout out my peeps from
Shout
San
out from
Luis.
San Luis.
So he says when he was a little boy, he was probably like 8. He says between 8 or 10. And mind you, my dad's in his 80s. So this was like early 50s.
He's got a sharp ass memory.
Yeah, he does. And he says his dad had like corn and like vegetables, like fields out in the boonies. So he says whenever it was ready to be harvested or whatever, he says they would load up is it a cart or carriage? You know, like with the horses.
Oh yeah, the carriage. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a carriage, and they were poor. They're a small town. They didn't have like a vehicle, so he says that they would go out there in the middle of nowhere, and he says we'd stay the night because it would get late. So we'd stay the night out in the fields, and it's in the middle of nowhere. So he says that one time, or he says several times, but he says the first time he remembers, it was in the middle of the night, and his dad's like, well, let's go to sleep so we can wake up early and head back home. So they went to sleep. He said, well, in the middle of the night, I had to go pee. So I got up, and I jumped off of the carriage to pee on the side of it. He says, and then this huge, like, flame, like a ball of fire, literally just started coming at him.
Holy shit.
I know, and he said he started freaking out, and he said there was always 3. He said every time I saw him, it was like 3 or 5. He says they were huge, Abby. They were like the size of humans, like big. He says I could even feel like the heat on them. They would come super close to me, and then I would wake up my dad, or if my siblings were with us, he'd start screaming like, hey, wake up. And he says, and when my dad would wake up, they would be like far, but he would see them too. And I was like,
shit.
I know. It's like, so it wasn't just your imagination? And he's like, no, we all saw them. He said nobody ever knew what they were, but they moved really fast, because the moment I would wake up his dad, they were gone. Like, they were miles away or like feet away. Mm-hmm. They looked tiny, like they had already gone far away or whatever. And he says in the morning, he's like, well, in the morning we'll check and see what it was or whatever. He said, no, the grass was fine. Like, it wasn't burnt. There was nothing disturbed. Like, everything was fine. So, like, I don't know, the town people started, he told town people or whatever, and they're like, oh yeah, I've seen him too, or whatever. Maybe they're trying to lead you to, that they're trying to lead you somewhere, because apparently there's like this, those old walls that were made with like rocks.
Yeah.
He said there was like a super old fence made like that way out there in the middle of nowhere. He says, and they would head that way. He says, so they would always tell us, like, follow it. Maybe there's something like buried in there and they're trying to lead the way or whatever. Maybe they're witches, who knows. But anyway, my dad's all like, I thought I was crazy, but no, my dad saw them, my siblings saw them, and he says to this day, people still say that they see them. And I was like, that is so crazy, because one time I met a lady at my kids' elementary school. She was also from San Luis, and she says, oh yeah, I would see those too. She says, whenever I was younger and I still lived back home, she lived like near the mountains. Mm-hmm. She says, and in the middle of the night, you would see them hopping around up there. These huge.
Have you ever looked it up?
Like, no, now? I've never looked it up.
You should look it up.
I know. I'm like, so Balls of Fire. So Elvis had that. Wasn't that an Elvis song? Right?
Great Balls of Fire.
Great Balls of Fire. Was it?
No, it wasn't Elvis, but
no.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm talking about, right? And I was like, is this legit?
Could it be aliens?
Are you sure?
Right?
Like, I feel like aliens are more believable than witches. I don't know. Especially in crops, because of the crop circles.
Yes. and then him saying that, like, there was no, like, nothing was burnt. It was just like nothing ever happened.
That's crazy.
He said, I know I'm not crazy, because my dad would get up and he'd see him too.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And he says that they still see him. Like, when he's gone back home and he's asked people, they're like, yeah, we still see him.
I'm going to look that up.
I know. It's like, that is so freaking scary.
It's wild.
Man.
It's wild, but I feel like it could be like an alien encounter. I mean,
maybe.
You never know.
Because if it moved that fast too.
Right. I mean, I believe in it. I believe there's I believe there's so many more things that we don't even know. We're just seeing like a drop of what the
we're
what the
like
universe has.
One planet in the middle of like something of an abyss, basically, because there's so much out there. It's like, who else is out there?
Right.
I'm like okay with not knowing.
I don't really want to know.
As long as I don't see it, I'm fine, and I don't believe in it until I've seen it myself.
Yeah.
I just think there has to be something else.
Yeah.
And I mean, I believe your dad, and I think
Oh no, I'm
Yeah.
not saying I don't believe it.
No, I get
I'm
what
just
you're saying.
Like, I can't. Like I need to see it myself. I need
No,
to-
some people are, once you see it, which I've experienced things paranormal because I never believed in that shit before because my sister would always talk about all these hauntings in our houses and I never
Yeah.
saw it. But then when I experienced it, I'm like, you don't know shit. Like, you do not know shit because this shit just happened to you. And like, I
Yeah.
had to really convince myself that it wasn't like, because I was like, no, it's fake, it's fake, it's fake. But I experienced it,
What was it? I'm sorry. I want to know. I'm like, oh.
Are you done with your story? And then I'll tell you.
Yeah,
about
no,
some.
I'm done. I just
don't-
think it's crazy because that
It is fucking crazy.
story, like he remembers it like it was just yesterday, and it's never changed. And I'm like, my dad is not fucking crazy. Like,
No, I believe him, and I would think it's an alien encounter.
yeah, and I mean, especially since I met that lady, like I said, she's also from San Luis, and she's like, yeah, I would see those too when I lived back home. You'd see them going up and down the mountain, on the mountainside or whatever, and they'd always come out at night, and then during the day, like if you look on the grass, like it's
there.
it's there, like nothing's burned.
It's so crazy. Like, what do they want? I mean, because like you would think if it's witches, which they would live there, they would want something
or try
Yeah.
to hurt them.
or try to hurt them, right?
Maybe nobody follows
Yeah.
them ever. I mean, I'm sure someone.
Like, I don't know. It's
They're probably
like,
scared to follow them. Who knows?
and then like,
Or if anybody's ever touched,
I know, right?
did you get burned?
it's a lot to
wild.
unpack on that one.
I know. But yeah, my dad has plenty of scary stories, but that was one of them. I even had to call just last night so I could get it right. It's like, I don't want to screw up your story, man.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
So what you got?
Well, I wasn't going to even share this one, but I have several paranormal things that have happened to me. But one I don't think I've ever told y'all was I was in my bed alone, and I think Ugo and Gabby were sleeping with my mom at that time. And maybe I have told you. I don't think I've told you, though. I was laying down on my stomach, and it had to be like 3 or 4 in the morning, like it was late. And something woke me up, and I was like, I had like a weird, like if someone else was in the room, but it's dark in there. And all I had, like there was a street light behind my bedroom, and that's the only light I had. So I couldn't see shit. But I heard like tapping on my door, like just slow tapping. So I got up and I checked, and I was fucking scared. Like, what the fuck is that? It was nothing. No one was there. So I closed the door. And keep in mind, like, those cheap hollow doors that you used to have on your bedroom? Like, it's hollow, right? And you can hear, like,
it's not solid wood or
Yeah.
whatever.
We still have those in our house 'cause that's how they build new houses.
oh, is it?
Yes.
I didn't think they did.
Yeah, they did them so cheaply. They did
Yeah,
them
they
didn't
just
think
want to hurry up and knock it out.
I didn't think they did anymore.
Yeah,
Because
they're
back in the day they did. So I laid back down, and then I heard on the door, like, someone going in a circle motion on the door. And then I felt that same motion moving on my back. Like, there was, like, something moving on my back in a circle motion. And I fucking froze. I could not move.
I think that's how I would be if something like that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just freeze.
So I went to church at that time, so I started saying like a Bible verse at that time. Because what do you do? Like, what do you fucking do? Who do you call?
Yeah.
Ghostbusters? Like, what the fuck do you do? I don't have the number. But it kept going and going. And then, like, it kept going faster on my back. I could feel it and hear it on the door. And then finally it just, like, stopped, and went down my back, like fingers down my back.
Oh my god!
Did you have like
But I-
marks on your back?
No, I didn't have anything. But I could also hear it on the door when it stopped and scraped. It scraped on the door, too.
That's scary.
Yeah, so, and then I couldn't, like, I felt frozen. And maybe that was sleep paralysis or whatever, but I felt frozen for, like, 5 minutes, and then I was fucking scared. I turned the lights on.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's fucking wild.
So this happened at my mom's house, and that's really the turning point where I was like, my sister's not full of shit.
Yeah, because you said other stuff would happen there, right?
Yeah, other stuff has happened to me, but that's probably one of the big ones.
Most memorable. And you see, I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's just because I grew up in San Luis, but I feel like, I don't know, I don't know, I feel like I it's real because, and I'm not saying people just make shit up and they make themselves believe it. Well, I guess, I don't know. I
Maybe.
feel like it did because it's like you remember it so well.
I remember it vividly.
Like, it had
And
to
I
have
told
happened.
myself, this shit happened. You cannot convince yourself out of it. Because what
Yeah.
I would probably normally do is say, that was dreaming. Like, that's probably what I would have said the next day.
Yeah.
But I literally laid there and I said, this shit just happened to you. You have to know that there's other shit out there. I felt like it was a demonic type of situation.
Yeah, because I've heard you
For
mention
sure.
that before, but then you would like say stuff would happen, and then you wouldn't say nothing no more. So it's like, oh, maybe she doesn't want to talk about it, and that's why I had to ask again.
Yeah, it's that was one thing that happened at my mom's house. So
That's spooky.
spooky.
I actually do remember one thing that has happened. Well, those or those times you're asleep and you're in like a deep sleep and you're trying to wake yourself up.
Ugh, sleep paralysis.
Yeah, it's like
I hate
really,
it.
really bad.
Yeah.
I had gotten into it with my first son's dad, and we were really young at the time. And his sister had moved out, and she kept telling me, he's like, we don't go in her room. Like, we don't sleep in her room. She had just moved out. She's not died or anything. But she always used to say that things would happen to her in the room, and nobody liked to go in there. They didn't touch any of her stuff or anything like that. Like, ever since she moved out, everything's been the same exact way since she left. And so I got into it with him, and I was like, well, I'm going to sleep in the other room. He's like, I would not suggest that. You should go to the living room. And I was like, don't tell me where the fuck to sleep. Don't tell me where the fuck to sleep.
You say it all calm, like it was like, I'm gonna sleep in
don't
the
tell
other
me where the
room.
fuck to
I know it
sleep.
didn't happen like that.
No. I seriously started, don't tell me where the fuck to sleep. I'm not a fucking pussy. I'll sleep wherever I want. And that's, mind your own fucking business. So I was pissed, fell asleep. And then that's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe this happened because of me going to bed mad or
Negative
something.
energy.
Yeah. And so, well, that night I had a dream that I was getting drugged like literally across, and I could feel it, and it was real, and I was trying to scream and wake up, and I couldn't, and I just couldn't. And so finally I did, and I was still on the bed, obviously. I wasn't on the wall, but I woke up and I was just like out of breath at that point. I was like, oh yeah, I'm not sleeping in here again. Ended up sleeping in there again because I convinced myself that it was
fake, yeah.
just,
Yeah.
I'm mad, And then I had fell asleep with my phone on the charger, and his mom, she would always tell me, hey, don't go to sleep, with the phone, you can choke and stuff like that. She's like, just sleep with it over there, the phone and charging over there. So I did. I had it plugged in, I had it plugged in behind me, and so the phone was there. And then I had a dream that I was hanging from the ceiling fan.
Oh God.
Yeah, it was pretty good with my phone cord.
Oh God.
That's scary.
So now my kids, they don't. I like my daughter. Every time I'll
still
go
live
and
there?
I'll check her. No. We no. I mean, they live there. Yeah. He had just my son's dad. He just moved back into his parents' house. They both passed away, but yeah. So he moved back in there, and I don't know I can't remember what they did with that room. I think they made it the living room, so we're like nobody goes over there. I think.
Yeah.
I think that's what they made it. Or maybe that. Yeah, no, it's not my son's room anymore. Yeah, he's got a different room. But yeah, so that happened there, and that's kind of, I remember that whenever you were talking about your story.
Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, I just believe there's other things that we don't know.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but that's I've had that too. Just sleep paralysis where you can't fucking move.
Yeah,
It's the worst. I hate it.
yeah.
Yeah. So that was your spooky chat.
Yeah, those are spooky for the season.
For tricky
For tricky. Any other things you want to add to that?
No, I think that was good on that one.
Okay. All right.
wasn't
Michelle.
expecting
So we just have some questions for you. So what is your big inspiration, or what was your biggest inspiration to do what you do? First off, you said you bake,
Yes.
you're a coach. What kind of coach are you?
So I'm a boxing coach.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm an assistant boxing coach. Our gym is called Average Joe's Boxing Gym.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me. Of course, that would happen whenever I'm talking now. So our gym is called Average Joe's Boxing Gym. We got that obviously from the movie movie, Average Joe's, the dodgeball movie.
Yeah.
So, and my dad's name is Joe.
Oh,
so
okay.
My dad had his own boxing gym, and not whenever we were younger, but we actually boxed at the Diamond Hill Boxing Gym whenever I was younger. So that's where I used to box. That's where we started at the Golden Gloves, then we moved to Diamond Hill, and then my dad wanted to open his own gym. So he was doing that there. He asked us, "Oh, what do you think about a name?" And we were like, I don't know. And well, his name is Joe. So we're like, that would be so cool if we did Average Joe's Boxing Gym. And he's like, all right, that's what we're naming it. And we're like,
that's
for
cute.
reals?
I like
really?
Aww.
So that's what we called it, Average Joe's Boxing Gym. And then he had it open for a few years and then ended up closing it. My dad's too nice. He's really nice. You know, you can't pay for a month. Oh, that's fine. You know, I'll take care of it this month or something. And at the time we were going through other issues, so he ended up closing the gym. And then my brother-in-law ended up opening it back up, and we're located in Benbrook now. So he's the main coach, and I'm just the assistant coach there, and I help him out with that stuff. What I do mostly is cakes. So
Cool.
I've done that for a while. I went to La Cordon Bleu for a little while, and right after high school, I graduated in 2011, and I wanted to get into something right away, which it was always something that I actually wanted to do was baking. It started out with messing with Play-Doh and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I hear about fondant, and I'm like, oh yeah, that would be so cool for me to build something that you can actually eat.
Yeah.
And so I started doing that, and then got into the whole baking thing and decorating the cakes. I don't know why I hate the baking part. I just like the decorating part. It just takes too long. I'm like, hurry up and cool down so I can do what I want to do. Yeah.
Oh.
So that's how I kind of started out, just doing that stuff, and then it got into the cakes and stuff, and then I do treats and all that kinds of stuff. So that's what I do, and my main focus now. And the boxing stuff is kind of like a side hustle for me.
So how old were you? So it's like been since you were little bitty, right?
So whenever I was, I started, whenever I was 7 years old, I started boxing, and it all the way up until, on and off, up until about 15 or 16 years old. I got pregnant around that time, so that's whenever I stopped. I stopped because I got pregnant at an early age, and so stopped boxing, and then had my kids at a young age, so I kind of just never really went back to it after that. I would train here and there, but never actually went back to go fight or anything like that.
So what's the last time that you fought? Around that age?
It was about about 18 years ago. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's been a while. Well, the last time I fought was actually the one fight just this past when was it?
It was a couple months ago, right?
A couple months ago. Yeah, a couple months ago. That was the very, very last fight. I wouldn't consider anything real, but
it looked real.
Yeah. So it's just this thing that was called Redneck Brawl. Me and my sister and all of us were actually really big fans because everybody's funny on the the fights and stuff like that. I was like, that would be so cool if I could do that, you know. And I knew I haven't trained. I know what it takes, to get in the ring again, and I know it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy at all. A minute inside the ring is like, it feels like 5 minutes. Yeah. And so, but it's kind of something that, I'll always have, and I always will know how to fight. But the stamina is not there.
It's hard, that part.
Yes.
How many rounds was it?
Theirs was pretty simple. It was 3 rounds. 1 minute rounds, so it was 3 minutes total for the fight, and then you get 1 minute rest.
Yeah.
So that was like a huge thing, but it didn't last that long anyway. But it only lasted the first round, and then she quit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
she's like, I'm tired.
Damn, you pieced her up and shit. Broke her nose.
The thing is, their weight brackets are completely off. I think 20 pounds in a weight bracket when you're like actually boxing, that's a
There's a 20-pound differential.
yes. So not from me to her, but in our weight bracket. Our weight bracket was from 161 to 184.
Damn.
So more than 20 pounds.
That's a big
huge.
difference.
Exactly. So luckily I wasn't like this big ass bitch that just deboed the shit out of her. I didn't feel that way anyway. I know I hit hard. I've always hit hard. Ever since I was little, I hit hard. And so I was thinking like, oh, I really thought, because she was always in the gym, she was always, posting and flexing and whatnot. And usually I can't really tell with women, like, can she take a punch or not?
Yeah.
And most of the time, most women can't. Boxing's not the same as whenever we were younger. It's a lot different now. But yeah, I thought that, I thought that she could at least take a punch, but she couldn't. I didn't even really do anything, honestly. If you look at the fight, I didn't do much. All I did was just barely, I don't want to say I barely hit her. I hit her hard, but I barely threw a lot of bunches. It was just barely anything that I threw. And
Don't
she
fuck
just,
with Michelle. She'll fuck you up.
She'll fuck you
Get your
out.
ass pieced up real quick.
well, see,
Tengo miedo.
I always got used to, fighting guys growing up. That's really all we did. Not in tournaments, but sparring, that's all there was, because all the girls were so far away that we couldn't practice with them.
Yeah.
But when it came to fights, we went to different tournaments, stuff like that. We had to travel, to different states in order to get a fight. And then we'd get there, and then, the coach would be like, oh, what was your name again? And then we'd tell them, like, my daughter's not fighting you. My daughter's not fighting you. Like, my daughter's not fighting you. They'll go up to my dad and be like, yeah, my daughter can't fight you. And he'll be like, well, why the hell did you come over here, dude? Like, how are you expecting to get any better? And they're like, we've seen how your kids fight. Absolutely not. No, we're not. They're going to lose. And I'm like, well, damn, that sucks. Exactly.
Yeah.
Growing up, like, I was thinking like, oh, well, I guess, that's a win for me.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So it was a thing growing up. But then I stopped because I got pregnant. And then now my kids do it pretty much every day.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
They don't, one is trying to compete. He'll be competing starting probably next year. I just have to get him ready, and our main coach has to get him ready, and then he should be ready. His stamina needs to get up there though.
Yeah.
And then my little girl, she trains. All of my kids and my husband, we all just train together.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Aw, that's fun.
So, speaking of your daughter, I'm sorry to interrupt your questions, but I think that's a good segue to get to what I wanted to talk about with her. But the only reason I know is because I saw it on Facebook. But I wanted to know a little bit about what it's like with parenting when you have to deal with something like that, where your child is being bullied, and like how did you handle it in that situation?
Yeah, so it's kind of really hard for me because I never was like that. Growing up, it was always like nobody fucked with me or my sisters or my brother. Like, we always were together, and it was always something like nobody ever messed with us. So at first I was like, well, go fucking beat her ass, like. But I can't be that way towards my daughter because she's not me.
She's not. She didn't get raised the way you were raised,
No,
and
not
her
at all.
mentality's different.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I see the way she fights. She fights really good. She doesn't want to do it.
But she's
though.
a sweet person.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's just so sweet, and I always tell her, I'm like, well, fucking tell them something. Like, it starts out with me calling the teacher, texting the teacher, saying, hey, can you keep my daughter away from this person because they're not very nice to her, and she's not very great with approaching them in a way of having them stop.
Yeah.
She can ask them. She'll be like, can you just stop? And they won't stop. So I just tell her, because if I warn the teacher, or warn the teacher first, and then after I warn the teacher, and when I warn teachers, I always tell them, look, I grew up, and this is the way I was raised. The way I was raised is if you guys don't handle it, I'm going to handle it. My kids are going to handle it, and they're going to handle it in a way that you're not going to like, and it's going to be fighting. That's the only way you can stand up to a bully and have them stop. And if they don't, keep beating their ass till they learn their lesson. a lot of people don't like that type of approach of parenting and people, but I also teach my kids respect. My kids aren't the ones that are bullying.
Yeah.
And if I find out, then there's consequences for that as well. I don't hit my kids. I grew up getting hit. I don't hit my kids. Not saying there's anything against that, but I do feel like my type of parenting, I don't need to hit my kids in order for them to learn. They're not those type of kids. They're not bad. They haven't given me any issues for me to hit them. Again, I don't find anything wrong with, those kids that do have and need that in their lives. Yeah. There are some kids that need it in their lives, and mine just aren't that.
Yeah.
But it's hard. My daughter's just not as strong as I was when I was growing up. So at first it was hard, and then that's kind of what I talked to the teacher if it didn't get handled there. I once have talked to the principal, and then now it's a little boy. It's a little boy that's picking on her now. And I'm just like, I don't like to tell my daughter, oh, it's because he likes you.
No.
Fuck that. I don't like that. Like when people go and they tell, little girls that, I'm like, that's fucking toxic. First of all, don't teach my fucking daughter that.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt, but that's bullshit. I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
It's not because they like you. They're dicks.
Yeah.
That is.
Well, I mean, growing up, I had some kids, there was boys that would go over there and they'd do something with me, or like they'd mess with me, and then they would run and they think I wouldn't chase them. I chased a kid in elementary school. If he's listening to this ever, fuck you. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
I'll beat your ass. No, so he ran to the restroom, and I ran into the restroom with him, and I had him in the corner. I was just like punching him and shit. I was like, and there was another kid peeing, and he's like, hey, get out. He's like, you're not supposed to be in here. I was like, shut the fuck up. And just like there, just punching him. This is literally elementary school.
Yeah.
My dad always just told us, like, if anybody's messing with you and they touch you first, then you better handle your shit. Because if not, then I'm going to handle my shit whenever you get home. And I'm like, yeah. So I always just took care of it. Nobody ever really messed with me. But I've had some people in high school, oh, well, I kind of had a crush on you whenever we were younger. I'm like, oh, that's fucking weird. That's weird. That's toxic. I don't like that. I don't teach my daughter that. And I don't,
Yeah.
But she's too sweet. Every time I tell her, she'll get to a point where it's just like, she doesn't, I don't allow my kids to curse, but it's a way to like kind of show somebody you're serious, and instead of, I'm going to go tell the teacher, I just, the kids. So my daughter got to a point where she told this little kid, because he kept messing with her, and she told him, she's like, he's like, or what? And she's like, or what? I'm going to beat your ass.
I mean, I'm glad she said it.
I know.
So she told the little boy that, and and it worked for a little while, because he looked at her like, okay, why are you so mad? And like, because she's like, you keep messing with me. Stop messing with me. So she got so fudged. So my poor baby, she literally got in the car and she explained to me like the whole story, and then she like just busted out in tears. She's like, like, I can't. She goes, I can't cuss. I can't be mean. I'm like, well, I'm sorry, baby. Don't do that if it makes you uncomfortable. I said, but you have to do something. You have to figure out something, because mommy can't just go to the school and beat up this little kid.
Yeah. Or you could.
Or good. Yeah. Or call your mom, because I'll beat her ass for not teaching you how to act.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, and I don't mind, like, if I ever came to a point where it was, like, where I did see that little boy walking out, I would definitely tell, his mom, like, hey, what's the deal here? But they're not allowed to give out names, which my daughter's
hate
some
that.
bullshit. I mean, I get it, because it's like, if my daughter was issue, I mean, obviously she's not, but I wouldn't want someone else, to come.
To go handle it,
But that's why I handle it, at home.
Yeah.
Like if my kids are ever being bullies or something, I'd be able to handle that. And I actually do handle it, not just, some people just allow their kids just to run free and wild.
Yeah.
I pay attention to everything. Mm-hmm. When we're sitting at the table, my kids are talking, I pay attention to what they say, how they say it. And then I'm like, what did you do again? Like, how did you do it? Or, and then I'll correct them on something, because I just don't feel like a lot of people do that. I don't know why I'm like this. I'm just, it's a habit. And then it's like with my kids, I just want to make sure that they're good and they're set,
that
to
they
go out into the
become
world.
good people.
Yes, because I cannot stand shitty people.
Yeah.
And people that are always just nasty people for no reason at all, just to do it.
Yeah, just hateful.
Yeah.
I'm sorry your daughter had to go through that.
And how old is she, or what grade?
She's 9 and she's in 4th grade.
Aww.
Yeah. So and she had the same thing last year too. And so
Was
it's
it the same kid?
No, not the same kid. It was a girl. And the thing is, she wasn't in her class, and I was like, oh, thank God she's not in her class this year. But then she had an issue with the teachers. My daughter kept telling them, I have to go to the restroom. They wouldn't allow her, and she
Some bullshit.
pissed on her fucking self, and that's what pissed me off.
I would have gone to the school.
I did. I went to the
Good.
principal, and I said, y'all are so... Because I got to the point where I almost... Because they were doing a parent-teacher conference, I was going to do that and be like... not tell them about nothing until I got there, and then went off on them.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? Let me just calm down. Let me talk to the principal and tell them that I want her out of that fucking class, because that pissed me off. And I'm like, my daughter in fucking piss, and they didn't even call me. She sat in
that's
piss
even
all
worse.
fucking day. Like,
That
all
happened to
day.
my friend's daughter too.
Yeah,
Really?
so I'm like really
I would be
protective,
pissed.
very protective over my daughter. I don't like nobody fucking with her, but at the same time, I was like, I had a conversation with her and I told her, baby, I'm not going to be here all the time to protect you. You have to figure out a way to do it yourself. You have to be strong. You have to. And so we're kind of working through that. I'm a little bit lenient towards her. Sometimes she'll want to go walk with my sister instead of going into the boxing gym. And I'm like, absolutely not. Go into the boxing gym. You're going to keep doing this until you're able to handle yourself. And I see her. She's so freaking good. She is so good in boxing, and her form and everything just reminds me of me whenever I was little. And I'm like, I'd so love to see her do it, but I'm also the type of parent that I'm not going to force my daughter to do something she doesn't want to do.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it's coming to a point where, I mean, I don't want to force her. I want my kids to be active, so that's why I have them do it, but not compete. But I want to force her to actually take up boxing very seriously because of the fact that, you know, the matter that she's
all the
going
reasons,
through.
yeah.
That she's going through all
One
this.
day
and
she's gonna
also-
surprise you. Watch. She's
Gonna hit that breaking point, and when that shit happens, oh man,
I'm waiting for
you're
it.
gonna be waiting like, damn, do y'all got a video? Because I want to see her piece that
Yeah.
little bitch up or that little motherfucker.
Exactly. And the
You're gonna
thing
be
is,
so
like, as
proud.
soon as they tell me, like, oh, come pick up your daughter, she got into a fight, she's
like, "Yay."
suspended. Okay, and guess what? I'm gonna take her to get some fucking ice cream because fuck you guys. Fuck you, fuck the kids here, because it just makes me so mad. That's not my kids, especially my daughter. She's such a sweet girl, and it's like nobody can tell me, oh yeah, she did this, and this, because that's not my kid. I pay attention to my kids. You can't tell me that my daughter said something that she did not say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's just crazy. It's just, you know, the world's crazy. People lie on kids and do all kinds of stuff, and it's like, not my kids, motherfucker. I know my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm also not that parent that's like, oh no, my kid will never. No, I know what my kids do.
You can't.
Yeah.
They're not
You can't do
innocent.
that shit.
Yeah. And I'll hold them accountable every single fucking time. Every time.
Sounds like you're doing great.
Yeah, I
Thank
think
you.
you're doing great.
I
and
know.
I fucking hate those teachers like that.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it. Like, especially, okay, 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. Nowadays, girls are having their period 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. Like, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 9
my
years
s-
old.
Yeah, my sister started at 9.
Yeah, so-
I started at 13. So it's like,
You're
you know.
going to tell a little girl she can't go to the restroom? Fucking, that. I would tell my daughter, just walk out.
I told her every single time. Ever since then, she's always just walked out now. I told her, it's like, I don't care. You're not going to get in trouble. You walk out every single time. And so whenever I went back, I told the principal that, and I told them, I was like, I was cussing at her, and I was like, this isn't towards you. This is towards those fucking teachers. I said, because I'm so pissed off at the fact that my daughter never gives them fucking issues. But
Right.
she was mad. They were mad because she didn't go to the restroom whenever they had restroom break. Well, she didn't have to fucking go. If she didn't have to go, she didn't have to go.
Yeah, you can't force them.
Exactly. And so she
Shit.
went when she was ready. And so what the teacher told her, well, you're going to have to finish your work before you do. And so she's sitting there and my daughter, she's known to have like a baby bladder. So now it's like every time school starts, I always tell them she has an issue with going to the restroom all the time. So please allow her to go to the restroom so that she doesn't have this issue. Because if she pisses on herself, you're gonna piss me off.
Yeah. Some teachers.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Some teachers fucking suck. Some teachers are awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
some just do it for the freaking schedule.
Yeah,
Because they want to be off in the
a
summer.
whole summer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're not good teachers. They don't give a fuck. They just want the schedule.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, obviously, it's not even the pay anymore. The pay's not great anymore.
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
I mean, I appreciate all teachers, but I just
Yes.
think like you
Yeah.
have to
Really want to and love it.
Yeah, you
Right.
shouldn't be there if you don't want to be there.
Yeah.
And if you're that fucking teacher, fuck you.
Yeah. I'll beat your ass too.
Stupid ass bitch.
If you're that one teacher, fuck you.
All right. Do you have anything else?
No, that was all. I just wanted to talk about that a little bit.
Good. I'm glad we talked about that. That was a good one.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
And if you're a bitch ass teacher, fuck you and right in the fucking asshole.
And
Because fuck you.
sit in diarrhea all day.
Shit all day.
He's like, fuck her in the pussy.
I do have one more. I have fuck, marry, kill. If you want to do the fuck, marry, kill real quick. A quick one. I'll do a quick
What
one.
are we
Because
at?
I was thinking of, I'll do this and then we can wrap up.
Hour 7.
We like to do fuck, marry, kill. Well, we also have to cut some. So
Oh, yeah.
we like to do fuck, marry, kill here. So I was listening to R&B music on my way here and I was listening to Brandy. And I was getting all reminiscent of Moesha. I don't know if you ever watched
Yeah.
Moesha.
Yeah.
I did.
So I'm going to do 90s TV, fuck, marry, kill. So Will Smith from The Fresh Prince. AC Slater, Mario Lopez. Or Moesha's boyfriend Q. You remember who he is?
Yes.
He would always wear that hip hop kind of clothes, real baggy stuff. He was in the rap group Onyx.
Yes. I would marry Mario because he's still fine to this day.
You're right.
I've always loved him since I was a
you're
little
right.
wee girl.
You're not
I was
lying.
like, oh, I love you with that curl.
He could still wear that little wrestling onesie.
That little one.
Fredro Star from Onyx.
Oh,
Andale eso.
thanks for the
I didn't know his
info.
name.
I know it because I kind of like that kind of music. So yeah.
Okay. I would kill.
Is he? What is he doing now? Is he single? No, I'm just kidding.
He might be.
No,
From the
I'm
last
kidding.
time I heard, he did him and Keith Murray had a battle, but I don't really know too much about that. I have to look into that. I'll get back to you on that shit.
Thanks for useless information. We appreciate it.
Useless information.
It's not useless if you like it. God,
That's enough.
God.
that's enough me because I'm gonna stay on this motherfucker.
So I would
No, you
kill the guy from Moesha.
Oh, I love him.
Nah, it just
He's mid
doesn't-
for you?
Yeah, he's mid. And Will, I would just fuck.
Okay.
Just because he's Will Smith
And he's tall.
and he's tall.
Yeah. All right, good one. Michelle, what's yours?
I think,
Do you need to see what Moesha's boyfriend looked like?
yeah, I don't remember him.
Let me see if I can find it real quick.
I was like, I don't remember.
He's
Either
blonde.
way,
He's
maybe
bald, and when he speaks, his mouth moves too much when he speaks.
Okay, that's enough. I'd kill him.
All right, well, there
That's
you go.
enough. I'd
He's like,
kill him.
I'm like,
marry Will and
like
fuck
that.
Mario.
Okay. I would definitely marry Mario. Yes, he does. He looks
Swoon.
he looks exactly the same.
So fine.
But I would fuck Q and then kill Will Smith
Okay.
because I had a big crush on Q when I was a teenager.
Aw, teeny bopper
Yeah.
Meow. She's like, cute, so cute.
Q was cute. Anyway.
Sweet guy.
All right. Well, I think that is going to do it unless you have anything else you want to add.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm good.
Well, thank you for coming on. We appreciate you spending time with us.
Thank you.
and
Thank you, ladies, for having me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and do you have, like, a page or somewhere we can find you?
Oh, yeah, for your cakes
I'm
especially.
so never good at this, but yes, M Sweets is my Facebook, and then usually no one really messages me on my business page on Facebook. It's always crappy, but I need to fix that. But if you guys want a cake, mostly people come to me for cakes on my main page, which is just Michelle Loza.
Michelle
Perfect.
Loza on Facebook.
On Facebook, and then I can't remember.
Do you have Instagram or no?
I do have Instagram.
But you're
I have
not
Instagram.
very-
I'm actually very active on Instagram
Oh,
and
okay.
on Instagram. I just can't remember my name. I'm
It's
sorry.
okay.
There's like too many underscores because
I know.
somebody had my name and I'm like, damn it.
Because it's so common, you
but
know?
it's M's Sweets.
M's
or
Sweets.
because obviously there's no apostrophe on Instagram, so it's
Yeah.
just MS _ MS _ Sweets.
And they're like, MS, she's a chola.
Oh my gosh. Well, we appreciate you coming on.
thank you.
It's a good time.
And thank you for everybody who continues to support. We appreciate you
Yeah, for
guys.
sure.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, share.
Yes. And guys, if y'all want to come on, DM us.
Yeah.
If y'all want to come
We
on.
got a little band battle asking us
I know,
which
like,
band we
which
want to
band
come
we
on.
want. And I was like,
I don't recall getting any invitations from any bands to go see them.
yeah, so we wouldn't even know.
So
who to
we
pick.
wouldn't even know.
And all the band isn't going to fit in here. So
Toda la pinche
maybe
banda.
like a couple of the members could come in and represent, but just DM us and we'll
Or we can go to them.
we'll arrange something.
Yeah. So
But anyways, we appreciate
anyway,
you guys.
we did get that DM. So
Yeah, we did.
whoever sent it.
Whoever sent
anonymous,
it. Y'all
so.
didn't have to do anonymous, silly.
All right. Well, as always, we appreciate you. Thank you for watching and do what you want.
Love what you do.
Stay almost mature, guys.
We'll chat soon, babe.
Y se baña. Bye.
Bye.